Another common sign of bear activity is flipped over rocks. And we still have some snowpack. And right now we're actually hiking like that. I'm now at one of my favorite places in the world, Bruce Peninsula National Park. Trail conditions here on the Bruce Trail. Wow! Mother Nature's giving me a run for my money! Every bit of this trail for the past several kilometers has been inundated. And the lake is so high this year from all the rain and all the heavy-duty snow melting that the trail has left me right on the edge. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Grotto. National Park washrooms are probably the best surprises when you're solo hiking in bad weather. Woo-wee. Beautiful fresh air. Voila. I truly am alone. Good morning. Sunlight. Oh. That my pee is Gatorade yellow. Singing canary hemp seeds are a treat to eat. I'm stuck between a swamp and a wet place. That's the trail. It's now a little river. Yep, here bear. Pretty soon I'm gonna stop screaming bear and start screaming beer. And this is what we're here for. This is a northern water snake. What a gorgeous snake. I'm so happy I get to show this to you on a day I didn't expect to either. What's the first thing a beaver gets when it wakes up? Morning wood. Municipal roads, public roads. Water's cold. Water's cold. Water. Filtered swamp water. Tastes delicious. We've had a lovely day with the Hoskins. Such lovely, generous people, and their dogs too. We're now leaving Lion's Head. Interesting to finally see a trail where there are footprints of people. Do you guys hear that? Me neither. I have a muddy, wet ass. Day 5 has been both physically and mentally pretty tough already, and I'm probably only a quarter of the way through it. After that wipe out, I just thought, okay, this is my time to sit down and eat some comfort food. Trying to get my heat going, get some. caves are awesome. Just soaked and snowy and saturated. It has rained all day. It started off sunny, and all of a sudden, Mother Nature said, I'm gonna piss. This has been the weather for 5 days. Being extracted off the trail. It's hard not to take it personally, but I hope to be hitting the trail running again tomorrow. This is the first really big, strong river I've come across on the entire hike. It's most definitely a porcupine hanging up in the tree. That's not a porcupine, that's a horse, a beautiful horse. And then we have an albino horse. Just kidding. This is something that really grinds my gears, and it's litter. Well, Jim and I just parted ways at the trail back there. It was great to hike with a local for even just an hour of my life. It's been a life changer of a few days already, and that's no exaggeration. I'm going to miss the peninsulas and the Georgian Bay and the ruggedness and the wilderness.
He has all the equipment to clear the road to get in this far.
It's beautiful, day 7. Woo! This is a special little belt of the world that we need to continue to protect and preserve. New ammunition, new inspiration. This is leek. How often do I get to eat veggies out on the trail? Here's an example of evolution in the works. Oh, there he is. You just crash. One thing I've gotten really good at out here is log straddling. It's a nice place to rest my back like this. My legs and my shoulders all at once. On one side of my bag, we have my backup Vibram shoe with my knife strapped on. On the other side of my bag, we no longer have a shoe present, and inside that shoe was my only bear spray canister. These are not easy conditions at the end of an 11-hour hiking day. Here I am. It's bear country, so I'm eating about 100 meters away from my campsite. It's getting dark really fast. Doesn't matter how many times you move through bear country to hang up your bear food at night in the dusk. It's never exactly the most comfortable experience. On the ground, cozy, drying in a tent. It's always such a great relief in the morning to see your food bag still alive and well and intact up in the tree. Nothing says good morning like diarrhea at I don't know what ungodly hour. This is the BioLite camp stove. Ramen noodles cooked in swamp water. And this is something that breaks my heart. And this is a massive problem all through the world, not just here in Ontario. And Mom said right off the bat when she knew I was confirmed going to attempt this hike, she said, "Don't go near the edge of the cliffs." And I said, "Oh no, I won't." but I do. A very short hike into Wyerton tomorrow. I can probably even make it to Tim Hortons for lunch. Oh, that'd be amazing. I would love to. A massive silent explosion of ideas and color and images. Good beautiful morning. It's day 9. I'm way too goddamn dehydrated right now. This feels disgusting. Oh my god, water. Double digits weather. Double digits number of days, being day 10. I'm sweating, I'm perspiring. My back is already pretty wet. I don't have much of a mustache, but I can feel it starting to get a little moist as well. That whole sentence just sounded disgusting. Like, come on people, do what I do. I used to just take my garbage at university and throw it in someone else's dumpster. But anywhere's better than out in the woods. I'm in the middle of a massive swamp. Water's high. Without my extra shoes though, I cannot afford. Oh fuck! That sticks like right in my ass nearly. Let's do it. You gotta think outside the box and on your feet. Bit of improvisation. This is a garter snake, sunning itself directly on the Bruce Trail, and I actually almost impaled the poor guy with my hiking stick. The trail has now also turned into a brand new beaver dam. Things are looking good. There's a sharp cold front coming through anytime now, so I'm keeping an eye out for that. And you don't feel the least bit lonely out here. You have the best company in the world. You've got the birds, the bees, and the trees. Backpack straps basically ingrained into my skin. Check this out. It's got belted by a thunderstorm, and it had a little surprise with it. Where am I looking here? Marble-sized hail. It's all melting away now. Look at that. To think that that came from way up in the atmosphere is really cool. Now that is absolutely menacing. That's the first whopper of a thunderstorm this year for sure. This one's gonna give me some trouble. Powerful stuff. Bah. The trail literally goes right along the fence and right by that big boy with the big horns. No bull, but this is ridiculous what I'm about to do. Yeah, thorns. Oh, good God. If some farmer's watching this right now, he's probably going, what in the is this guy doing? Especially getting a horn up the ass from a big bull. You climb down a few boulders here and you go deep into a crevice with ice and snow at the bottom, and it's pretty narrow down in there. The backpack is stuck. Totally stuck in here. This is taking the backpack off, such a pain in the ass. But if I don't get through, I don't want to rip anything on the backpack either. There's a f***ing awful noise, speaking of ripping. He's very cold. Understandably. These are interesting places though, they're tough to navigate. And because they're inaccessibility, it makes me wonder, what don't we know about these areas? And that can be said for a lot of the precious habitats in the world. Spring has taken off pretty quickly. 3 hours to kill before sundown. Whatever, I got an exciting meal this evening, so doesn't matter to me. Good morning. Here's some very typical morning scenery for me. Slugs, 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 slugs. And I want to praise the fact that I have dry feet this morning and keep it that way as long as possible. Where tiptoeing around the puddles is simply not an option. So this habitat here at Bognor Marsh has actually evolved into a marsh from a more wooded swamp. I would just love some food that would taste different than what I've been eating. Look at that big healthy bum and that big beautiful bushy tail. A real, totally legal fire. Just packing things up here. This is one extremely cold morning. Day number 17. Black flies are out. A gray tree frog. We do have species of tree frogs right here in our forest. And this is why I love this. Could you ask for a better campsite? Could you ask for better general scenery? Fresher, nicer water? Absolutely gorgeous. My left knee this morning, as I predicted, is so sore. It's day 20. The black flies are fully awake indeed. They're trying to get their meal, except their meal happens to be me. We've got business in the front. We've got quite the party in the back. Presentable, professional, out in the woods. Keeps the hair out of my eyes. Protection from sunburn and black flies. Who says mullets don't have a place in life? And as if it happened overnight, it suddenly looks almost summer-like in here. I'm gonna miss it. Mr. Big, gorgeous porcupine. Wow. Check those quills out. Hello. And rightfully so, he says, I need my space, you need yours. Hello, Ontario! This, everybody, is the Pretty River. It's called the Pretty River because it's pretty. Here's night number 21 situation. It is definitely among one of my favorites. Again, we have encountered a moment on the trail where the camera, pictures in general, writing, and me trying to describe will not ever do it justice. Life's good. There's a lot of love and support coming from back at home too, and your mind just wanders to the most interesting of places. Today we've got mosquitoes. You're the best, Mom. You're the absolute best, and you're a push that makes me move. day 26 of hiking. Nice places to temporarily cool down on a hot, humid summer day. It's a night of luxury in here, I tell ya. Oh man. Toronto. I've been actually told by the locals that there is a resident confirmed cougar population in this neck of the woods.
That was so marvelous.
We're good. We're good. Mount Nemo, here we are. The mosquitoes are awful today. And guess who just ran out of bug spray? Me. I know how to tie a lot of knots, but how the f does my pocket tie these ones? Crazy bearded man. Day 30? Feeling. We're getting there. And this guy's doing it with blisters! My feet hurt like they've never hurt on this trip before. It just feels like they're being put in a meat grinder all day. They're just so fleshy and raw and right off. Can't really tell in the camera, but that is officially without a toenail. I've been hiking for a month now. Short Hills Provincial Park, which is one of my local and even childhood favorites. Now I'm gonna miss it. And when I saw the sign for Short Hills Provincial Park today, I had a little rush of emotion go through me and I thought, this is really happening. What a journey. Years of dreaming this up. .884 kilometers down, 1 to go.